checking some new SoundCloud music and seeing if anybody was on my YouTube channel. I was asked, Brianna, how can you use technology and social media to, push out your personal movement practice? And I was thinking, I kind of already do that. I have, an Instagram account, I have a Facebook account, I have a Tumblr account, I have a SoundCloud, I have a YouTube, and I participate in all of these websites and all of these social media forums. But I was thinking, Brianna, you don't actually initiate anything on most of these. I think, if anything, the most I use is Facebook and Instagram. But that's mostly for personal and more social things. And so whenever I was presented this question, I was thinking, why aren't I already pushing my dance practices out there? And so that made me think, how much of my accounts am I actually using? So why don't you come take a look over here, and I'll kind of give you a tour of how I'm already using this technology, and then as we're going through it, we can talk about how I can use this more. Alright, so if you can see, I have a few tabs open. These are kind of the basic ones that I use for my own social media use. Facebook is probably the biggest one that I use, and I'll tell you why. There's all of these things down here called groups, and I have quite a bit of groups that I'm a part of, and it is used for communication, mostly for dance groups and dance projects that I'm a part of. And I think that these are helpful because Facebook is accessible on your computer, it's accessible on your phone, it's accessible almost anywhere. As long as you have a username and password and some method of technology to log on to, you're pretty much golden. And one specific example where this is already being used is in a project that I am a part of, that a guest artist came in and they set a piece of work on like 12 of us, and then they were here for 2 weeks and then they left. But the piece wasn't done. We still have to clean it because we were going to perform it this semester at the Dance Annual. And they still wanted to be a part of the feedback process and how everything is, continuing and growing, and they want to see the final product. And this has been a great way for them to still travel all over the world. I think they're in Mexico right now, and still be able to check in with us every once in a while because Facebook is worldwide. So let's take a look. So here's the page for Tentacle Tribe. We have rehearsal videos on here. We have timelines for our rehearsal schedules, communication, and each video is on here, and it's our progress, and everyone's allowed to comment, give feedback, which is mostly what Elon and Emmanuel do because they can't directly contact us. And so we're all equal members of the group. We can all post and share things equally. And let's just play a video real quick. There we go. And so then it, pulls up a smaller screen. See if it pulls up for us here. Alright, it's not working, which, can be one of the setbacks to technology. But this is really great because we can see ourselves on video and see it as many times as we need to, so we can learn counts, and so we can learn, how to work things. And then there's like an about page over here, right, a little, see right there. And something else that I think could help if I were to do something like this for my own movement practice is there's this thing over here called suggested groups. And it's a whole bunch of different dance groups based on things that I participate in on Facebook. I'm a part of a few different dance collectives. And like we were reading in the article, technology nowadays can help pick up on your interests and your likes, and then they recommend things to you. And that's, how you can go down that long tail that the author was talking about. So next we have Instagram, which this is the computer version, which looks a little bit different than on your phone. And I mainly use it on my phone because on the computer you can only view things. And so this allows me to track places where I've been. Like I went to Florida in January, and I can, have a little bit about me. So this is something where like I build my personal movement, and these right here are little videos of some dancing that I've done with Kyle. And so, little snippets of video. How long is this one? I don't know, like, I think maybe 15 seconds long. And this is, easy to post real quick. Just post a picture, post a video, caption it. And I think something that's also super important about technology is the hashtag, which is something that whenever I go to YouTube and upload, they always ask like, oh, is there a hashtag that you want to put with this? Because I think when people when people search for things and there's a hashtag next to it, like over here we have popular channels on YouTube, hashtag dance. And so if I were to hashtag, my dance videos with that, then I think it might reach more people faster. But so far my channel has just been for my own use. But that's definitely something that I can continue to use and push out, because YouTube, is visual, and you can post, videos as long as you want, and, dance is a visual art. And so this particularly applies to me because I can show my own personal movement style, in a video, and I can push it out. And where is it? There's grow your channel. These are channel tips over here. That's what I was looking for, like how to grow your channel, how to share music, new fans, get creative, try out things, and how to describe your channel. So YouTube is really looking on how to personalize your thing so that way more people can access it and you can kind of guide the audience that you're looking for. So SoundCloud is something that I'm new to, and it is really cool because this is able to provide music for small name people all the way up to, major names. Let's see if we can type someone famous in. Just because I think I know that he has some things on SoundCloud. People can post all sorts of different mixes or songs that they're trying to release to test out how the public, responds to it. And this is cool because you don't need to pay for anything. I mean, there's an iTunes button over here where I'm pretty sure you could pay for this if you wanted to download it, but some people allow you to download their music for free, which is awesome because, the article also stated, doing cheaper things and more people will reach out and your name will get farther out. And if you can build that support group, then once you do start charging for things, people, they'll support you and they'll want to do that. And so I think as a small artist, just beginning her dance career, I could team up with, a new music artist, and we could collaborate on things and, help each other out. They play music, I dance to their music, they share my video, I share theirs, and if the movement's interesting, people are going to want to know who I am. And if they think the music is interesting, people are going to want to know who they are. And I think that that's another way to approach technology as an artist is, strength in numbers and, supporting each other and looking out for each other and sharing. There's this nice little share tab right there. iTunes, playlist, repost, like, and the article is talking about how it doesn't have to be a hit, but it just has to be listened to and it has to be shared. And I think that SoundCloud helps provide that opportunity for anyone. So the last, social media that I'm a part of is Tumblr, but I don't know if I can actually say that I'm a part of Tumblr because I hardly know how to use it, just like I hardly know how to use Twitter, which is why I don't have a Twitter account. But I think that I may have to get one for marketing purposes, just because so many people are on, Twitter and on Tumblr. But Tumblr is a type of blog that you can do. You can post videos, pictures, articles, anything goes. And if you have this is a place where you can build followings, with your hashtags, with what you post, and people liking things, and people reblogging things, and it's, kind of down that rabbit hole mentality that if one person likes your video and they put it on their blog, and someone that they follow likes it, then you never know how far out your video can go and who your video can reach. And say, you're following someone that has a really huge following, or eventually I create that huge following, that, my video could end up, on the other side of the world one day, which would be super cool, because then, people in, Europe or, Japan could be looking at my dance, and I wouldn't even know it until, they liked it or they reblogged it. Pinterest, which is where I find most of my dance inspiration. You can create boards and you can pin things to them. And so, it's just a different type of blog, I guess. And, there's everything from quotes to, dancers in New Orleans, funny things, historical pieces. And it's another way to share things. And I only remembered about this because anything that happens on Pinterest, or I guess any of my social media for that matter, I get a notification. And I can see, who has looked at my board, who has found my pins, and who has liked my pins, and I can see, which ones are popular or which ones, get repinned the most, which is, sharing again. And that's really cool to know that things are trending. And so I think that's that new word, trending. And what does trending mean? I don't even know if I fully know what it means. But I know that to be trending is, to be trendy. And I think, personal movement practices, that's the goal is, to be trending. And it's like those videos on Facebook that just go viral, or, those jokes or those quotes. And I think, I don't know what I think, but it's like technology there's so many endless possibilities, and I think that I am still so new to trying to use the internet to my advantage, to where I'm not even sure that I have thought about all of the possibilities besides what has already been presented to me. And I kind of get nervous when I think about technology, because I know that that's the direction that things are moving in. And I'm probably sure that I've admitted this before, but I am kind of an old-fashioned person where I would prefer to communicate with people in person, or I would prefer a phone call. But, internet is visual, it's audible, it's, text, it's everything all in one, and it is, easier, accessible, and so that's something that I have to get used to. But I'm excited because I know that at the high school that I'm interning at, they use technology, they videotape different dances that they're doing, and They tape they tape choreography so they don't forget it instead of writing it down in a journal. They use technology in all kinds of ways, and so it's crazy to see that technology is already in dance classrooms, which, if anything, it'll make it easier for whenever I, become a teacher, because it'll already, be integrated. And so I pick it where they left off and I just run with it and I go for more. And I think that technology is good, but I still want to try and teach my students and be an advocate as myself for my own personal movement practices, like to still have a personable touch, or like a face-to-face identity recognition. I want to be known as that person that she uses technology, but she really is someone that needs to be like met in person. And so that creates that demand, like, oh, I want to meet her, I want to learn what she's all about, I want to know what she's doing, and I want to know more about her. And I think that is what technology can do for me, is to help me mold my personal statement as a dancer and to help push things out there. And I think it all starts with a good network. So using my peers, using my teachers, using my friends, and, having them send things out. Because, technology is viral. It catches on, and I hope to one day be able to experience that, at least once. Learn from it, know what to do, know what not to do. And I think technology is always evolving, so my personal movement practice is always evolving, technology is always evolving, and possibilities are always endless.